about is by canoe. And there's bears and mooses and beavers.
I've said it before, love, we can't afford it. 30 years ago would have been fine, but land isn't free anymore. No, I need to get my head down and work hard. And anyhow, we're trying for a baby. I'm not sure I would want it to be eaten by a great big grizzly bear.
But there's small towns too, and I bet they'd be crying out for sweets, Joe. Candy, that's what they call it there. Candy. It's a lovely word, Joe. It rhymes with bandy and sandy and dandy and proper randy. We could go and explore and make a great new life for ourselves. It'd be a perfect place to bring up children too, Joe. Lots of space to roam and fill up their chests with good, clean, fresh air. And if we saw a grizzly, we could run away. Oh, wouldn't it be just perfect?
Yes, perfect. But hush now, my love. I've work to be getting to, so see you later.
Gentlemen and ladies, in these current times of technical innovation and craving for more and more complicated and fancier stuff, we easily forget that sometimes one single, pure, beautiful thing is all that's needed to make the fortunes of men and create an iconic brand that is famous around the globe. Now, if that thing just happens to be created by accident, then all the better. Ladies, please. This is the tale of one such accidental occasion. It's not necessarily a narrative of actual events, but more a curious concoction of what might have been.
So then, to set the hypothetical scene, once upon a time,
in 1869,
Joseph's wife accidentally made a sweet that was new.
his sugar boil went wrong.
But he wasn't glum for long.
As the resulting confection proved very popular among the local people who loved to nibble this new and sweetest of sweets forged of sugar, glucose, syrup and oil of peppermint.
Oh no! Oh no, 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 no. Oh no! Oh. Ow! Ow! No!
What is it, young Joe?
Nothing. Ouch!
Well, you've just made one almighty bloody fuss over now.
I burnt myself. Remind me again how much those sacks of sugar cost. Oh, bugger! Father-in-law will kill me.
Don't be a daft ape. Can't it be mended?
I don't know. I took my eyes off it for 1 minute, stirred it too long. It's supposed to be see-through. It's all bitty. It's no good. I'll have to find the wife and tell her and see if she can help sweet-talk her father. Rachel! Rachel!
Well, Joseph was an honest man, but rather than facing his father-in-law first off and being, newly married and still just about in his wife's good books, he thought he'd speak to her for the best advice on how to approach her dad. Meanwhile, the substance in the copper has cooled down.
Oh, let me try another bit, Joe. Lovely. It's crunchy, solid, friendly, and smooth too, all at the same time. It's lovely. Makes your eyes water a bit though, doesn't it? You wouldn't need much. I mean, I couldn't eat much of that in one go, Joe.
But that's the beauty of it. That could be one of its selling points. Keep it in the larder, have a bit when you fancy it, and if it does go a bit stale, the menthol will perk it up. What do you think? Do you think we could show it to your dad as a proper idea?
I think we could.
Well, what are we stood here for? Come on!
Dad!
Father-in-law!
It was a mentholated miracle, a minty phenomenon.
The sugary sensation, the explorer's friend.
And Joseph, being northern and therefore far more likely to call a shovel, decided to name the confectionery very simply
Strickland cake.
for the part of the town in which it was created,
Mentho.
because it was minty, and tablet because, well,
Because, to be honest, he couldn't actually think of anything else.
and so Strickland Gate Menthol Tablet was born.
Bit of a mouthful, though. What about Wiper Sugary Slab? Cumbrian Mentholated Lump? Peppermint Loaf? Sugar Mint Block? Kendal Mint Cake? Westland Minty Sugary Pudding?
Hold on, back up a bit. Kendal Mint Cake? Kendal Mint Cake. Kendal Mint Cake. Kendal Mint Cake. That does have a nicer ring to it. Oh, I'm sure he won't mind. Artistic license and all that. And so, Kendal Mint Cake was born. Ta-da!
Well, it was all a bit cloak and dagger to begin with. Production was closely guarded with high security and absolute necessity, just in case someone else realised that stirring hot sugar for a bit too long was such a money spinner. But all was going well to begin with. Sales were small scale, but steady, with no need for much extra publicity, as word of mouth seemed to be doing the trick. Then, Joseph decided he wanted to sell further afield, and, well, that's when something unfortunate started to happen.
Come on, Jessie. Oh, Jessie. Our Joe's really gone off on one with his sales pitch. Do you know, for example, that eating mint cake is one really good way of providing fuel to your body to stay alive when up a mountain? Do you also know that food is digested by a complex system of organs, hormones and enzymes till eventually it becomes useful energy called glucose? Because of course your brain and muscles must have a supply of glucose to function. What better way? I don't know, it's mint cake this and mint cake that. All it did was stir the copper too long, for goodness sake, and now we have to listen to endless tales of how great glucose is and how much everyone loves it. It's got really scientific and big-headed. To be honest, I'm sick of the whole thing. It needs a kick up the backside.
Hello, what's up?
Jessie's done a runner.
I see. Right, where were we? So, with the aforementioned kick up the backside in mind, well, Rachel certainly wasn't impressed, and Joseph set up a new factory in Ferny Green and started to make Kendal mint cake in earnest. But soon all she was getting at the breakfast and tea table, and, well, most nights in bed before sleep, were hilarious tales of how...
Oh, stop! Let me tell this. Hold on now, let me think. There was the one about a mix-up at the factory one day with the type of sugar used, and it gave them all quite a shock when the mix turned out brown instead of white. Well, that was really hilarious. And, oh, yes, and apparently local ladies are accidentally on purpose, whoops, dropping their newly purchased, still wrapped Kendal mint cake into the Kent to see whether or not their besotted gentleman friends will wade in and get it. Bloody daft, if you ask me. Oh, but my favourite tale, my very favourite tale, is a man who bought some for energy on a hike and couldn't find it in his rucksack because it had somehow worked its way into his spare pair of dry socks. And then if it hadn't been for a party of lads from the reformatory for juvenile criminals at Stanix coming to his aid with a jam cake, then he might have died of lack of sustenance.
Yes, well, unfortunately, as entertaining as these tales were, Joseph was up to his eyes in it, trying to make a go of the mint cake business, and was constantly knackered. So after a while, it was in fact a lustful tale that Mrs. Wiper began to feel the lack of.
In the future, It's bound to be used for exciting things. It could be sent on mountaineering expeditions, and it could be eaten at the top of the world. Or even given as a gift to your mum, or your mate, or even to the gods. There's nothing like burying a bit of delicious mint cake on the top of the mountain in the snow. Now that says we know we're blessed.
Give us a couple, Joe. Do you know, I'm sick of this.
What?
We could be planning a new life for ourselves, far away from here. It's all I've ever wanted, you know that. And you've even said yourself it'd be a great adventure. We do have the money for the boat, and Lucy and Arnold have said we can stay with them until we get ourselves settled. And we've no kiddies yet, so no bother there. Nothing to stop us now, but now it seems you're not really fussed on anything else except this tiresome mint cake.
That's not true, my love. It's not.
Yes, it is. And as you were Paul, I wasn't interested in nothing but sugar. And I wouldn't mind if there was a bit of sweetness left over for me, but there's not. I get nothing out of this deal at all. I love you, Joseph Viker, but I never see you anymore. I don't have time for a cuddle. I'm lonely and fed up, and I'm really starting to hate that stuff.
Rachel, sweetheart, I'm sorry, but can't we talk about this in the morning?
It's not even proper cake!
What about this then? I know you want to go to Canada. I should do. You go on about it often enough. The thing is, I want to make sure we have enough to live on properly when we get there. You've read all sorts of fancy talk from Arnold and Lucy, and that's fine. But there's other stuff. Some of the hardships people are facing, it's not good. It wouldn't be a good thing if we went now. I know you aren't happy with having to wait, but really, Rachel, I'm not sure how much longer I can go on listening to you. I'm weary of it. Maybe we should think about it.
Joe, hold on a minute. Having to wait?
Yes, wait. Have a bit of patience. That's all it is.
Wait. You mean we are going?
Yes, one day, I hope.
When?
In, say, 10 years?
10 years? Well, I won't get excited then.
It'd be sooner if you'd help instead of moaning.
Right, where do I start? Oh, I love you.
Tomorrow morning will be soon enough. Now, come here. Come here.
They worked hard together over the next few years, created a thriving business, sailed away from Liverpool on the Empress of Ireland, and arrived in the port of St. John, New Brunswick, finally settled in British Columbia. Once they were established, they immediately set about opening Wipers English sweet shops, which were a great success.
It was a mentholated miracle, a minty phenomenon.
A sugary sensation, the explorer's friend.
But Rachel felt neglected, and Joseph had to ask her for a bit of give and take to stop them going round the bend.
Well, Rachel being Rachel, and not one for holding grudges, she listened to his future plans and asked to join his team.
So they put their heads together to sort out practicalities, just when and where and what they'd need to realise their dream. And though it always could be argued,
On the odd occasion, loudly,
that to all intent and purpose, it was not a proper cake bake,
once they'd sorted out their disputes and were working well together,
then Joe and Rachel thanked the Lord for the
Accidental cake.